This is episode 5 of the A Free Spirit Life podcast.
Up is where I wanna go. To be free, to feel free, to be me.
Hey everyone, it's Shannon. Welcome to the show. In today's episode, we are talking about intuition. What is it? What is this intuition? And how do we learn to listen to it when we're so busy and we're pulled in so many different directions? How do we learn to listen to our intuition? How do we learn to trust our intuition? And how do we find the courage to follow where it leads? Before we get into the great topic today, I also want to let you know that registration for my monthly membership program, the Live Freely Circle, is now open for a short window. You can find out all the details about this fun, supportive, and powerful tribe. It's all virtual, it's all online, but we do lots of things to feel connected, and it's really, truly an amazing experience. You can learn those details at afreespiritlife.com and just click on the Live Freely Circle tab where you'll find out the information. I wanted to share just a few raves that I've gotten recently about the circle because I think their words speak even more clearly than my own. So Jessica says, "You are opening something up in me that I didn't know I needed. I tried fixing it other ways with more sleep, more complaining and venting. The circle is what's working. Your courses reached me through inspiration and reflection, addressing vital needs that I had ignored for so long and didn't realize where the root of my struggles were. I'm now so excited about life." We have Sarah who shared, "Having the Live Freely Circle in my life has meant that I have a group of women that I go to for support, laughter, and guidance. Shannon's gentle leadership and prompting through weekly chats and frequent check-ins means having trail markers along this winding path called life. I need reminders to make my own desires and creativity priorities, and the Freelies do that for me." And Denise shares, "What does the Live Freely Circle give me? It provides me a safe place to be vulnerable, to share, and to seek support without fear of judgment, and to delight in our collective journeys. Shannon inspires our path toward creativity and authenticity through lessons, journal prompts, and guided meditations. Being in the circle is a virtual joining of arms from around the globe, lifting you up and encouraging you in sad times and rejoicing in your happy times. Soul care at its best." I truly can't say it any better than that. So for more details and for joining our membership, because we'd love to have you in our circle, check out afreespiritlife.com and click on the Live Freely Circle. Okay, let's get into our topic today. So, intuition, what is it really? I believe that we are all born with this inner knowing. And for any of you who've been around children or you are a parent yourself, you know that each child is so uniquely different. And they come into this world with this way of being that is truly their own. And as they start getting older, you can see how they can easily get pulled from being connected to that source, that inner knowing. But it comes so natural to them. I mean, whether they're playing, using their imagination, creating, following what interests them, there is this thing inside of them that it looks as though it's guiding them in their next move. And that's how I like to think of intuition. I like to think of it as your inner guide. And it's connected to whatever you want to call it, your heart center, the all-knowing source, universal love, your soul, whatever you want to call it. Today I'm calling it intuition. It's this all-knowing guide that is here to help you as you make decisions, as you learn to discern, as you take the next step on your path, your intuition is like your teacher. It helps you decide where to go next. And so I truly believe that we need this mind, body, spirit alignment to fully feel connected, to fully feel grounded and centered as we make our next decision. If you envision your path and you see 10 crooked paths in front of you, and often that's how we feel, is that there are 10 different ways to go, 10 different options, 10 different choices, and we feel that fear of not knowing which one to pick. We feel paralyzed really on how to push through that fear and pick the path where to go next. And so learning some tools that help you sit back and get grounded and get to that place of centeredness, to touch your intuition so that you know it's guiding you. That's what we're talking about today. I'm going to share 7 of my tips that have helped me learn how to listen, learn how to discern when it's my head and my fear trying to guide me, or when it's more my heart and that intuition that just knows. Even though I may not understand why, it's this knowing, and I have to learn how to trust it. And that's what I want for you today. So, there's situations in your life where maybe there's, something where your safety is being hindered in some way, and you just know deep in your gut, that gut feeling where you just know this something feels off. You don't have to explain it. You just simply know what it feels like. And a big part of learning to listen to our intuition is reconnecting to our body, learning to listen. Listen to our body and learn to listen to the messages your body is giving you, because your thoughts and your heart, they all are expressed through your body. Your body has such amazing wisdom. And so if you are worrying and you are feeling caught in your head and you think a lot about the future and you're always planning your next step, notice if you get headaches a lot. Notice if you feel tension in your shoulders. Are you carrying the world on your shoulders? Can you feel that tension? Those thoughts, those emotions can easily be translated in your body. Do you have something, a big presentation coming up, or a conflict? Maybe there's someone in your life that you have to go and speak to that you just have been avoiding. There's something going on, some friction there, or some nervousness in your life, and you feel those butterflies. You feel that almost pit in your stomach. That's intuition. There's this connection to your body when you learn how to listen to what it's telling you. Sometimes, like let's say we've been talking about this topic in the Live Freely Circle, where you might say yes to something because you maybe tend to want to please others, and you just, and you just hate to say no, and you don't want to disappoint anybody. And yet when you say yes to all these activities and that are being asked of you, what happens, right? You're saying no to yourself. You're saying no to your own self-care, and you're just feeling resentful. You're feeling exhausted and depleted, and yet you've said yes to this thing. So these people are counting on you. But notice how you feel when you say yes to something. If you're saying yes with this kind of nervousness, but it feels also exciting, there's this this spark, this curiosity feeling in you, this kind of exciting vibe in you. You'll still feel those nervous feelings, the butterflies, but there's an expansion feeling. That's the difference. You feel this this breath. That's your intuition saying, yes, this feels right. This feels good. This feels aligned. Say yes. Go for this. On the same breath, if you feeling that you've said yes to something, or you're about to make a decision about something, but you just feel this, this constriction, instead of this expansion of your heart, you feel this, you can feel it. Your heart's closing in. Maybe you feel that tension headache creeping up. There's something going on in that moment. It's your body speaking to you. It's your intuition saying, alert, alert. It's that time to really pay attention. And it takes time. It takes practice. All of this that we're talking about today is a practice. I'm going to share with you 7 tips on learning how to listen to your intuition, which is a lot about listening to your body. But it's not something that you have to do all 7 in one day. We'll talk about this towards the end of the show, that I'm encouraging you to choose the one tip that I share today that speaks to you the most. That will be your intuition guiding you. So when you're gathering information, when you're moving about your day, when you're looking for answers or signs, stay open. Open your heart center. Let your heart lead you, because then you'll be more open. You won't be closing yourself off. You will, in essence, be letting your intuition guide you. So the next person you need to meet will come to you. The next phrase or inspiration that you need to hear, you will hear it because you're open to it, because you are allowing, because you are practicing being in tune, in touch, in alignment with your intuition. I love this quote by Sylvia Clare. She says, intuition is a sense of knowing how to act spontaneously without needing to know why. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I have to read it again. Intuition is a sense of knowing how to act spontaneously without needing to know why. I love this. And if you listen to episode 2, where I talk about my own self-doubt and how that's been paralyzing to me at times, this idea that we could know how to act spontaneously, but we don't have to ask why all the time, where we don't have to really ultimately doubt where we're being guided. We don't have to doubt our decisions, because that's when we get stuck in our heads and we start to overthink things. But when we know how to follow our intuition and we know that it's guiding us, you don't have to ask why. You can just trust the unfolding of your life. Our plates are full, that is for sure. For most of us, the day starts with our alarm clock. We race to get out of bed and we push on overdrive until we crash. Then we do it all over again. Rush, crash, repeat. Rush, crash, repeat, right? So how do we take action and make change when we feel exhausted, run down, and overwhelmed? How do you live a life with greater meaning, freedom, and joy when so often it feels like you're just trying to make it through the day? How do you know which path to follow when you're feeling cloudy or confused or lost? How do you create the life that you're truly meant to live if you don't even know which way to go next? How is it possible to take action and make greater change when it feels like you're running a race that you'll never win? Over the years, I have definitely had my moments where I hit a wall. I have found myself in those confusing, stressful, frustrating times, and I wonder, how the heck did I get here? And what do I do next? I want answers. But no matter what, I've discovered that the more I learn how to listen to, trust, and follow my intuition, the more flow and ease I find in my life. The less stuck in my head that I get, the less energy I waste wondering and getting, so frustrated. Instead, I start to listen. I start to listen to my intuition. Our intuition is there to guide us. It's those messages in your heart, the quiet whispers that point you in a certain direction. We know it because our intuition is always there. It's wanting to be heard. But over time, we can easily dismiss it. We blow it off. And eventually our mind thinks it knows better. So we justify and we make excuses and we stop listening. When life rushes by us day after day after day, we can easily lose touch with our intuition. Those inner voices get quieter and they're overshadowed by our limiting beliefs. Our mind thinks it knows the way. And so we ignore the inner nudgings, the quiet calling, the gentle guide inside that wants us to try a painting class or to start a business or quit a job or be a writer or make a change. We think, oh, I could never do that. I am not good enough, smart enough, pretty enough, young enough, experienced enough, courageous enough, whatever. And we start believing these thoughts as truth, which creates a block that keeps us from living our authentic life. Intuition is a gift that we are all born with, and it's our job as the creator of our own lives to stay connected to it. Because when we do, we shed the negative thoughts and we awaken to the wisdom of our own hearts. And it's in that wisdom that leads us to freedom. So I want to share with you 7 tips that have personally helped me learn how to listen to, trust, and follow my intuition. All right, tip number 1, find stillness. Now, most of us cringe when we hear this, especially if you are a type A or you are a mom with a huge task list, or you are anybody really in our culture. Nobody. Maybe we know that we want stillness, but how in the heck are we going to find it, right? It's hard. And especially when you're used to that pushing, that rushing, that crashing and repeating, it's hard to find stillness. But it's so crucial to learning how to reconnect to your intuition. So number 1 is find stillness. Learn how to slow down. Stop doing so much. If you can find and make space in your life for rest and renewal, and I'm talking 5 minutes or less a day, you will feel more centered. Feeling more peaceful and connected to your center will help you hear what your heart is saying. So you could stop and just for 3 breaths, just notice your breath. Notice the inhale and the exhale. You could do a couple yoga poses or listen to a guided meditation. Maybe you could write in your journal or take a bath, go on a walk in nature. Say no to activities that drain you. Knit, sit with a cup of tea and just do that. Just drink the tea. Whatever it is, these are examples that will help quiet your mind. And it's in the stillness that you reconnect to how your body feels. You'll start to notice that pit in your stomach or the nervousness in your belly, the headaches or the tension in your shoulders. And these are all signs that your intuition is trying to be heard. Something is out of alignment. And when you find stillness and check in with how you feel, you can listen to what your heart, what your intuition already knows. Tip number 2, practice a beginner's mind. So what this means is we think we know everything. And if we don't know it, our adult minds say stay away from it. So we don't want to take healthy risk because we are fearful of not knowing how to do something. But of course, as you know, when you learn how to drive a car, when you learn absolutely anything, it's a struggle in the beginning. It feels like you're walking through mud. But when you stay open, you allow yourself to be fully present in life. You allow yourself to invite new things to come your way. So stay open. Remember what it's like to be a child and to see and experience things for the very first time. Try new things, ask questions, and practice saying, I don't know. The ability to stay curious will give your inner voice a place to go. When we close off and act like we know all the answers, that voice gets trapped. There's nowhere to go and no way for you to hear it. keeping open about the process of things, that journey that you're on, rather than looking ahead to the final outcome. The destination is so important, but it's really the journey of where you're going will help you cultivate present moment awareness. Living more in the present moment will help you hear that inner voice more clearly. It's not clouded by regrets of the past or worry of the future. It's here, it's now, and practicing a beginner's mind will help you hear it. Tip number 3, play and create. Let go of the rules. Oh my gosh, my kids are in school right now, 4th and 1st grade, and my 1st grader especially. He's in total shock. He's like, Mom, why are there so many rules? I thought school was supposed to be fun. And I'm in agreement. I get that we need rules. I get that. But so often we get consumed by the rules and we learn how to fit in. We learn how to please others. We learn how to get the grade and we lose touch of who we truly are. And we get scared. We don't want to break the rules and we have to let go of the rules. We need to play again. We need to create. We need to express ourselves. So allow yourself a regular practice of play and creating with less right ways. There are no rules in art and creativity. So let go of those rules. And this will help you release judgment, release negativity and doubt, which are all things that hinder your ability to listen to your intuition. Let go of being so serious, people. Laugh more, dance more, have more fun. Keep playing. Get your hands messy with paint or other art supplies you're drawn to. We are all playful and creative beings, and there is no right way to do this. But expressing your creativity will help you step out of your head and into your heart. So allow yourself to play without any outcome in mind, just for the fun of it. Tip number 4, take healthy risk. You've heard it before, but do something that scares you every day. Seriously. When you do things out of your normal routine and step out of what feels comfortable, you will surprise yourself. The more healthy risk you take, the more you learn, the more practice you get, and you'll build more confidence as you try more. Taking healthy risks gives you strength and helps you trust the inner wisdom that's guiding you to take the risk in the first place. So call that new friend, join that new group, sign up for a class, try something you've never done before. Do something that feels scary to you and let your intuition guide you. Tip number 5 on how to learn to listen to your intuition. Be kind. Be kind to yourself. Self-compassion. Give yourself a break. Practice being kind to yourself with the thoughts you think, the things you say, and the actions you do. You, my friend, are enough. You are doing enough, and you and your dreams matter. So as you take these messy, imperfect steps, be kind to you. Tip number 6, eliminate negativity and clutter. Feed your soul with things that are positive and nourishing. Become more aware of the toxins in your life. These toxins might include negative words or negative images like the news or the TV you watch, negative people, the junk food that you might be filling your body with. A big change in my life happened when I limited my time around negative people and things. Notice what a bummer it is to be around someone who complains and talks about others all the time. Limit your time around those negative people and continue to be a source of positivity. I'm not talking about that you have to be happy all the time, but watch what drains you. If I watch the news 24/7, I am going to be drained and I'm going to start taking on that negativity. And it doesn't do any good for me. So I already know that I limit the news that I watch. I like to surround myself with inspiring things because I like to feel inspired. Am I happy all the time? Absolutely not. Allow your feelings to be felt. But the less you join in with others who judge people, or the less you feel that you're judging yourself, the less judgment in your life. Surround yourself with supportive and positive people. Let go of the things that clutter your mind, your body, and your spirit. And this will create space where your intuition can flourish and grow. Tip number 7, give thanks. You've heard it before, and it's so matters. Gratitude. There is so much to be grateful for in your life. And when we are caught in that negative place, it's hard to see it. But truly, tap into something you're grateful for every single day. Focus on the things that you're grateful for. Focus on the good that's happening in your life right now. This is an amazing practice that you can start your day with and end your day with. This, my beautiful free spirit friend, is your one life. Today is a new day. It's a fresh, clean slate. You don't have to have all the answers, so stop trying to figure it out in your head. Give yourself and your mind a break and take time each day to practice reconnecting to your intuition. Get still, slow down, stay curious, be open, play, create, take risks, try new things, be kind to yourself, and give thanks. Learn to listen to, trust, and follow your intuition, and you will experience the abundant joy and the freedom that comes from following your heart. So my end of the podcast tip for you today is I want you to pick one of these things. Just pick one off the list of the 7 tips for following your intuition and practice it in your life this week. What message is your intuition trying to tell you? Put pen to paper and see what you discover. Share with us in our private A Free Spirit Life community on Facebook. Tag your Instagram and social media post with the hashtag A Free Spirit Life or A Free Spirit Life podcast, and let us know what's one thing that you will practice this week to help nurture and nourish your intuition. And remember, go to afreespiritlife.com and check out the Live Freely Circle because our registration is only open for the next couple of weeks. And this is the kind of stuff that we explore every month in our monthly themes. October, November, we are specifically focusing on exploring the chakras. We're going to find more energy by playing with creative journaling. We're going to do some guided meditation and lots of fun in our journals exploring the chakra system, which is really cool. And look out for next week's show as I talk more about journaling and what the heck the chakra system even is and how it can help you feel better in your own life. And then in December's circle, we're going to focus on returning to stillness. And it's a perfect time with the holiday season and the craziness that happens. We are going to cultivate a more mindful holiday season in the circle. So check us out on Facebook. Email me, Shannon@afreespiritlife.com if you have any questions. And if you haven't already subscribed to our podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts, if you could be so kind to go to iTunes and leave a review and rate the show, I will enter you in the amazing giveaways. We have life coaching services, even a spot in the Live Freely Circle. We have amazing elderberry and body products and essential oils, and it goes on and on and on. All these great prizes we're giving away to anyone who leaves us a review and rates the show. So email me, let me know you did that, and join our mailing list for extra entries. I adore you all. Thanks for listening, and keep listening to your heart. It matters. You matter, and I'll see you next week.
Open your heart and your soul.